Hey guys, it's Keybros!
Welcome to what once was the most densely populated area in the world.
Exactly, so this place was actually ruled by anarchists and not by the British.
So guys, we are here at the last remaining parts of the Kowloon Walled City, the original one, which was built in 1847.
Yeah.
道光27年, I think.
Yeah, so 1847 is the South Gate, and this place was actually demolished by the Japanese during the occupation in World War II. Before that was used as a barracks by the Qing dynasty. So it's quite a very historical place, as you can see.
Yeah.
And if you come here and have a look, two signs over here. This says La Mun, which means South Gate, and the other one is on the other way is Kowloon Walled, which means Kowloon Walled City. So this is a model of the Kowloon Walled City before it was demolished. So actually, China and Britain agreed to demolish the place in 1987, and it was completed in 1992 to 1993. And as you can see, it's very densely populated.
Right. So as you can see from the pictures here, we have drug lords, anarchists, all sorts of different weird people, tribe members and so on. So this is what Hong Kong would look like without the rule of law.
So this cannon was actually built in the 19th century during the Qing dynasty.
Right, so it was built in 1802. And in 1898, the convention for the extension of the Hong Kong territory was signed between the Qing Empire and the British. So this convention basically subjugated all Chinese citizens in the new territories at that time, north of Boundary Street, to British rule.
And this Kowloon Walled City is the only place where the Qing dynasty has not ceded sovereignty. So for around a few years, it was actually an exclave of the Qing dynasty. Afterwards, there was basically a sovereignty fight between the two sides, and it fell into anarchy where the Hong Kong local government, the British government, and the Chinese government all don't want to care about this place.
Right. But after that, eventually, the 99-year lease of the new territories and the parts of Kowloon north of Boundary Street continued until the handover in 1997.
And it was resolved during the Sino-British Joint Declaration of 1984.
After the Kowloon Walled City was demolished in 1993, it was actually converted into a garden. So this is parts of the garden which converted from the Kowloon Walled City. And as you can see, there's a lot of classical Chinese structures here, and it's really beautiful.
A very nice, beautiful garden right in the middle of the city. Kind of reminds me of Suzhou and Hangzhou, so come and check it out.
And in 1995, it was opened by the governor of Hong Kong at that time, Christopher Hassan.
This guy is the person who wanted more democracy for Hong Kong after the handover, when he himself was not democratically elected during colonial rule.
The Walled City was actually, can trace its roots to the Song dynasty, where basically people who were producing salt were congregated in this area, and the government actually administered them. So here we also have a map from the Qing dynasty, which shows us that Hong Kong was a part of the Middle Kingdom back then. And there actually were fortifications which helped defend China from the British.
This is a model of the Qing dynasty, the Kowloon Walled City, before it became the full-fledged lawlessness jungle in the past.
After the convention for the extension of the Hong Kong territory was signed, according to the convention, China actually maintained the right to exercise jurisdiction over the Walled City. But the British actually tore apart the convention and asked all Chinese officials and Chinese soldiers to leave the Walled City when they took over the new territories. So here we can see that the British is really hypocritical when they accuse us of breaking treaties. The
Chinese actually protested against the British multiple times. First up it was Lei Hongzhi back in the Qing dynasty. And then obviously here, as you can see, in 1948 there was big anti-British riots in Canton against British rule over here. And you can see the full extent of people wanting to get rid of colonial rule back in mainland China. So guys, we're at a restaurant. It's actually a Xinjiang Uyghur restaurant. It's Islamic halal food, as you can see. Their main food is beef. So how do you find it?
I've been here a couple of times.
Yeah.
So I think it's a pretty good restaurant. Right next to Kowloon Walled City, we have the Kowloon Temple, which was erected in the Qing dynasty and has been in existence for over 200 years.
It was actually patronized by Qing officials during the Kowloon Walled City era, and some say this temple even existed right back to the Song dynasty. Here guys we have a bell from the Qing dynasty, and these 4 words is Gok Taiman On, which basically means peace and prosperity. And Yongjing, these are the 2 words, which is the Qing emperor back in the old days.
Right, so I think coming to the Walled City Garden, seeing how far Hong Kong has come throughout the past 2 centuries, really reminds us, and I encourage all Hong Kong youngsters to come and have a look for themselves, what Hong Kong would have been like if it weren't for the progress that we have made.
The history is very rich, we need to look at it holistically, and it serves as a very good reminder for us to learn from when we're going towards the future.
Right, so this marks the end of our video. If you liked our video today, make sure to subscribe to Keybros by pressing the red button below. And also like our video and share our video with your family and friends.
That's right, see you guys in the next episode. Bye.